inches, one broke bone. Yeah. Both occasionally break the rules. Maintainer and defender, scars we don't show. Blood from the war still stuck in our soul. Truth in the glass for the nights we don't sleep. Warriors of whiskey for the brothers we keep. Warriors and whiskey. Steel and smoke don't test me. Warriors and whiskey. Built from grit, not pretty. Crack the bottle, lock it in, let's go.
What's up, guys? I'm Matt,
I'm Hayden.
and this is Warriors and Whiskey Real Talk.
Hell yeah.
We got a good one today.
We do, man.
Yeah. So we got a special guest in. We got your buddy Nick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you introduce him.
Yeah, man. So I got my buddy Nick over here, Staff Sergeant Nick Figueroa, Security Forces member, K9 handler, husband, father, just all around great
All the
dude.
things.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Met Nick a few years ago while we were both stationed in Oklahoma at Vance Air Force Base. Both of us have a deployment under our belts together. We went over to Saudi Arabia back in 2019.
Yep.
Right before the COVID pandemic and all that shit kicked off.
Complete panic.
Oh, so much fun. But yeah, he's a good buddy of mine, and we wanted to have him on because he's going to tie in a little bit of a new perspective for us as far as the topic. And the topic that we're going to be talking about today, the title of the episode is going to be Life Experience, because Nick joined the Air Force at a little bit of a later age than most individuals. How old were you, you said?
27 when I first came in.
27, right?
27.
27.
Yep. And you've been doing it for, what, 7 years now?
7 going on 8 in September.
Yep. So we're gonna dive into his career, his experience as an older individual coming up through the ranks in the Air Force and just military life in general. And yeah, we'll let you introduce yourself a little bit, say some stuff, and we'll get into it, man.
All right. Sounds good. Well, like you said, my name is Nick. I came in at 27 years old. Joined in 2018, September 11th, in fact, oddly enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like you raised your right hand on that day? Or?
Yeah. No. So I went into basic on that day. And from that point on, the day I came in was September 11th.
No shit.
18. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Okay.
It was weird. It was the weirdest thing. But
That's interesting.
Yeah.
yeah, I joined in late. I always wanted to join the military,
Mm-hmm.
even like right after high school. I was like, this is all I want to do. This is all I want to do. And then I initially wanted to join the Marines, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
we'll have to dive into that a little bit.
we'll
later.
dive into that later. Anyways, yeah, I'm getting way ahead of myself.
You're good, dude.
But yeah, joined in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
BMT. And before that, can we get into
It's 15 years after I joined.
Yeah.
Just Grandpa over here. Shit.
Do you feel old yet?
I didn't. When you told me how long you've been in, I didn't do the math, and you just said it, and I was like, "Well, I just oof." Okay, go ahead, Nick. My bad, man.
Yeah, no, it's all right. So going in at 2018, it was so weird being one of the oldest guys. I wasn't the oldest guy, so there was a couple other older dudes on the flight.
Mm-hmm.
We could tell right away like who was oldest, who was not. We all just looked at each other like, hey, what's up?
Yep.
How old are you? All right. Close to 30? All right.
Got
Yep.
you, yeah.
We're in. And so going through BMT, I felt like for me was super easy.
Yeah.
I just thought it was easy. It was easy to adapt, just conform, do what you're told, and guess what? You graduate.
Well, that's part of it, right? Because
Yeah.
you were 27 years old,
Mm-hmm.
so you had lived a life almost like as a grown ass man,
Mhm.
working on the civilian side. You were already married, right?
Yep. Already married before I came in.
Did you have kids yet, or was that after?
I had my first son before I joined.
Yeah.
He was already a year old, and then my second son was born in basic.
Wow.
Wow.
Literally, I want to say in the middle of BMT, he was born.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
bet that was tough on your wife.
It was tough, man. It was
Yeah.
really, really tough. Luckily enough, the first sergeant was actually really cool. They
There you go.
That's good to hear.
They're pretty cool.
Some of them.
So actually, when my second son was born, they had contacted the Red Cross, and through them, they were able to get in contact with my unit at the time. What was 320th? Go Gators. Anyways,
Stupid.
yeah.
I think I was 321st, but shit, that was almost 23 years ago.
I think I was a 322nd or something. We were like the Bulldogs or something.
I have no idea what we were. I don't remember.
So the first sergeant, he managed to get in contact with me. He's like, "Hey, your kid is born." He was cool enough to print out a picture of him.
Oh, nice,
Oh,
man.
that's freaking awesome.
Dude, that lit a fire under my ass, and I crushed the rest of BMT.
Yeah, I bet,
I
dude.
bet it did.
That's some inspiration right there for sure.
100%.
Hell yeah.
Made it that much easier.
So dude, like he's got quite a bit like of a different perspective versus
yes.
us, which I'm very excited about this episode now. Like obviously you and I are good friends. We've known each other for how long now?
I'm like damn near 6 years.
6 years, 7 years.
6 years.
But yeah, so life experience. As you can see, we got some bottles out here that kind of tied to that, right? So you got a little bit of life experience. You were a grown ass man joining in, and then had to restart, get broke down and rebuilt, which is what like some of these are. So this is the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, the Hero Selection, the Stag over there, which is one of my favorite pours. And full transparency, Nick and I got into one of those bottles last night.
As that bottle just stares at me, I can't even remember how it
was. We had some heavy hands on those pours for sure. Yeah. And then this one actually Matt pulled out.
Yeah, I pulled that one out. That's a King of Kentucky. Let me see that thing real quick. So King of Kentucky, it's a 12-year small batch.
Okay.
These suckers are relatively hard to find.
I've never seen it before. Yeah.
I'm looking for a single barrel. Mm-hmm. Which we won't talk about how much they are.
Okay.
They are secondary is
it's up there,
16 to 18 or 1900.
Yeah.
Those aren't that high. But those ones are very hard to find, the single barrels. But actually our buddy Ryan got me on those. And
okay.
He was like, the next bottle, because I've been buying a bottle or two.
I know.
Recently, the next bottle you grab, it needs to be a King of Kentucky. And I'd heard of it, so I did some research. Like, ooh, it sounds really good.
Yeah, I've never seen one before. So when you pulled it out, I was kind of curious. Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled it out because it's different. Because the reason I pulled it out is it's 12-year. It's an older one, older age. Which kind of depicts a little bit about you, Nick. Coming in, you were 27, mm-hmm. and you said you're 34 now, right?
34.
So 34.
Damn.
Staff sergeant. And so you've been in, you said 6 years? 7 years?
Working on 8 in September.
Okay, nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, a couple months he'll have his anniversary.
Yeah.
So
he's coming up towards the end of his enlistment. We talked about it the other night.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a couple more years to go. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. There's a lot to unpack with that one. I don't think we're going to get into that on this episode.
No. Hey, I mean, we'll see where this goes, right?
Yeah.
So
which one are we pouring, brother?
Well, I'm going to pour one that's not out there. We're going to do something.
Okay.
Just bear with me.
It's not. Oh, whoa, easy, big fella. It's not often Matt gets out of his chair, so I'm curious what he's doing over here. Oh, shut up.
Oh.
He's going for the fancy ones, y'all. For those of you that are just listening and not watching, he's got. Okay, you're going to have to talk about this. Are you sure?
Yep, I'm sure I am.
We're really not going to remember what's going to happen.
I'm fired right now.
Okay, so
my mouth just filled with saliva. I've never even had this.
I got to fix my cord. So, we're real. So, I'm not editing any of that crap because I almost pulled my whole damn mic off the table.
You almost ate it, dude.
So, no, I was thinking about this on my way in town today. Since he came into town, and I know he came in just for the podcast. No, not really. But
it was a big bonus.
Yeah. No, Hayden's been talking to me about you and telling me a little bit about you for a little while, and that you were coming in town. So I was like, I want to do something special. So I'm going to pull out, and I have not cracked this yet, and I haven't had this one. This is the 2023. So it's the Thomas Handy Sazerac Handy. Why did I say Handy?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. I need a drink. It's been a long day.
It's the nerves,
Thomas
dude.
H.
It's the nerves.
Handy Sazerac straight. It's the rye. Straight
Oh,
rye.
hell yeah.
Straight rye. And it is this one's going to put some hair on your nuts. This is 127.2 proof.
Okay.
So
Bring it.
I don't know if you're a high. Oh, really? Don't make me pull out.
No.
Don't make me pull out a 142 proof.
Absolutely not.
Wait. Yeah. Hold on.
No. So I actually went down to his house. This was 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
We went out bourbon hunting and we got an Eagle Rare, but I
Yep.
picked up a Whistle Pig, and the Whistle Pig was like 130 something.
Something like
It
that.
was pretty high proof. And I personally didn't like it, but Nick was like, dude, that's just fucking delicious.
I like Whistle Pig.
Yeah.
All right, because I can't do this and open it up, I'm gonna see if it'll come out.
Oh,
I heard it
might
on
have-
that was clear.
That might have come. Yeah,
I
that
heard it
might-
on the headphones.
So, all right, Nick, give me your glass, brother. You get the first pour.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I know you whiskey connoisseurs are gonna say you should never smell from the bottle, always smell from the glass. Shut up.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, Hayden.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, brother.
Oh, we're getting bottle service, dude. He's pouring for us.
Oh, do we have to tip?
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Off camera. He told you I was a crew chief, right?
Oh man, that smells good.
Okay, well then you know. You know.
No, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So what can go wrong with a crew chief and two cops on a podcast?
Is that good?
We're about to find out.
About to
How we
Sure.
looking?
I don't know. Y'all tell me. I think it looks fine. All right, guys.
Hey, brothers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks
Cheers.
for coming, Nick.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you.
Of course.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, Warriors.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
That's-
that's smooth.
Yeah.
Really good, dude.
It's got a little bit of spice on the back end.
Yes, it does. I've got the whole
That's good.
Yeah.
Tucky hug going
Oh,
down.
Yep.
Oh, that's a warmer.
That's really good.
Oh. Sorry, y'all. We're
This is a nice bottle. I wanted to do this for you, Nick. We don't always bring guests on. You're actually our second guest, and our first guest brought a bottle, so I didn't do that because he wanted to drink what he had. So, but this is really good.
Oh my God, dude.
This is amazing.
and the legs on it.
So I'm gonna. I want to know. Like, oh,
Look at that, man.
I know.
The vanilla that I'm getting on that
Yes.
middle.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so of course we got to talk about this one a little bit.
Yes, please.
I would love to talk about all the bottles, but it would probably take about 30 minutes, and we have a lot to get through, so we're not going to do that.
Yep.
So I'm going to focus on the Thomas H. Handy
Handy.
hand. So anyway, all right. So it's Sazerac Rye, highly sought after, uncut and unfiltered straight rye whiskey released annually. So it's each year. There's a 2020, a 2021, 2022. It goes all the way back. This is the 2023. And it's as part of the BTAC, which is Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. All you whiskey folks know what BTAC is.
Mm-hmm.
Typically aged for just over 6 years, so it's actually not an
That's
old.
a young.
And that was why I wanted to bring it up, because that I did know about it, and because I was actually talking to our buddy Ryan about it, because he's the one who was like, "You got to get you a handy, you have to."
Really?
When he said that, I was
Yeah,
like, "Are
right.
you?"
You
I was
don't
like,
say.
I said, "Are you offering?" Boom. But I can't believe I said
All
that.
right.
Anyway, so I started doing some research, and yeah, it's actually not what a lot of people call really mature bourbon, but it is delicious.
It is real good.
Very good.
High proof, we already talked about that.
Yep.
And then
It doesn't drink like a 127 though. Man.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. So the range, I guess, from a 124 to 129 plus. So I know that there's a couple of 132s out there. I don't know what
Okay.
years those are. Every year it varies, and
Yeah.
every year is a different bottle. So you're not like next year's bottle is not going to drink like
This
that
one,
year,
yeah.
or because this is a 2023, and then I got a 2025 back there,
Mm-hmm.
which is the other one, and that one's a 132 proof back there.
Oh
Behind
wow.
me.
Okay.
The 120, or the 2024, or I think it's a 2025. I have to double check that one.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So I definitely taste the rye spice on the
Mhm.
back end for sure, and then the caramel and it says dark fruit notes. So I was getting a little bit of citrus actually.
Were you? I didn't.
Yeah,
Get that.
I got a little bit of citrus in the middle there.
Maybe a little hint. Of
Yeah.
it.
Um, but no, the caramel's definitely there,
Yeah,
and,
it's
and I'm getting some vanilla like you talked about.
yeah.
vanilla.
I get vanilla, but
Yeah.
also I'm an idiot. So
Yeah. Oh, here's a fun fact. So because it's only aged around 6 years and 2 months, give or take, it says, it's the youngest in the BTAC lineup.
really,
That's what it says. Yeah.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So higher proof, powerful, lush, spicy, toffee, fig cake, candied fruit. I don't get the mint, cinnamon, and clove. The clove on the back end.
Mhm.
I do get the clove on the back end. Let me see if I can taste that cinnamon.
I don't.
I mean, yes, I know, guys. I'm cheating because I'm already reading about it. Then I'm tasting it. I got you. I know. This isn't a whiskey tasting. Get over it.
He's analyzing.
Yeah. And this is a very tough bottle to find.
Yeah,
Not,
very
not,
much
not
so.
easy to find.
I've never seen one in the wild.
No, it's rare, hard to find. This makes me sick to my stomach. MSRP is 125 bucks.
What was that?
I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that was.
You jumped too.
Yeah.
Did you move your chair or something?
Sounded like it came from.
Sorry, something just blew me out of my headphones
I
there
don't
for
know.
a
I
second.
was
don't
like
know
a-
what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Weird. I don't know. Okay.
sorry, dude.
Anyway, but secondary is 500 plus.
Ha!
Jeez.
Ha!
Yep.
I'm never gonna have one of those.
Yeah. But that makes me sick. That MSRP is 125. I did not know that.
What? I don't want to ask what you picked it up for. Never mind.
It was.
No, don't say
that. No, that one was actually below the 500 secondary.
Okay.
It was like 4.25.
Oh Jesus.
Named after a New Orleans bartender who first used rye whiskey in the Sazerac cocktail.
Really?
Mhm.
Gina like that?
Thomas H. Handy.
Yeah.
Yep. So, New Orleans. So yeah, that's the pour we're having. And
It's
then
amazing.
we may even open another bottle up there before we finish. I don't know.
I've already pulled the plastic off
Okay.
of this guy.
So
So,
we can do that. We can have another pour of the Handy. Handy.
It's ready.
So now that we talked a little bit about what we're sipping on, Nick.
That is good.
So you came in at 27, you said.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you do before you came in? Because you were married, you had one kid, one on the way when you went to boot camp, and then
Yep.
one was born when you were there. So
Yep.
what'd you do?
So I used to work in a aluminum door factory. So factory job, hard labor, 12 hours.
what'd you do in it? Like, were you?
I worked in the press machine. So I was working in the machine that actually made the metal.
Oh, so you were like stamping it? Type?
I was like right in front of it, changing out what they call them dies, basically different shapes and size of the frame.
Yeah.
And I would go in. They'd have me do a whole bunch of different stuff, man. Go in and change them. And you got to be quick,
Yeah.
super quick.
I think I remember your wife bitching about this job at one point.
Oh yeah.
She was telling a story. Like
I've
you
been-
almost got your arm caught in it or something.
So I burned myself.
That's it. Yeah.
Quite a few times. 800 degrees of metal, people.
Oh wow.
So yeah, just sweating.
Yeah.
And just covered in just ridiculous. I was dirty, just disgusting coming out of a 12-hour shift. But it was hard work, and you had to be like quick and proficient. Otherwise, they'd be like, "All right, man, you're out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you get dead.
or you're dead."
Yeah.
That too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because this stuff will kill you if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man.
Yep.
And
Crazy.
you mentioned before that you kind of already had an idea that you wanted to join the military. So
Mhm.
what can you dive into that a little bit? Like where did that stem from?
Absolutely. So after having my first kid and, doing that bit and still working the hard labor job, my wife was pregnant again.
Yeah.
And so I really had to look at, well, medical coverage is not that great. Yeah, I'm getting paid pretty decently an hour, but, I'm looking at medical bills and stuff like that, and it was just not looking good.
Yeah. The benefits didn't
Benefits
outweigh the.
did not outweigh like I was risking myself every single day, just standing by the damn machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then you joined and became a cop.
I joined and became a cop. Oddly enough, I mean, it was always what I wanted to be.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, did you want to become a cop, or did
I did.
did a recruiter get your ass?
No. So I did want to be I wanted to work for the NYPD initially. This
Okay.
this was way before like I met my wife and kids were involved and stuff like that. I went to college for a little bit, didn't like that. Still like I was
The
just
same
like,
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, there's got to be a better way.
Yep.
So here I am.
Yeah.
In the
Hell yeah.
military.
You are.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
NYPD, huh?
So you're from New York City?
I'm from New York City. I'm from
Okay.
Manhattan, New York.
Yep.
First damn Yankee we've had on the damn show.
Thank God.
Literally damn Yankee.
I literally.
Hey, cheers, brother.
The Yankees.
I'm not from the city, but I'm from New York, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not from either, but I'll still cheers you just because I'm respectful. Fuck the Yankees.
we're gonna fight.
Tables will be flipped.
Yeah. No, that's cool, man. That you
Go Braves.
Oh gosh. Moving on. No, that's cool though. So you wanted to be a cop right from the jump then.
Oh yeah, and it stemmed a hell of a lot from not to get too crazy into it, but 9/11. Like I was in the city when it happened.
Oh wow.
So
How old were you?
I was in 5th grade. So goodness gracious, 10,
10?
11,
9, 10?
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I was young.
Yeah. Fair.
So I was there when it all happened. I had no idea what was going on. All I remember were, phone calls being made to, hey, you need to pick up your kids right now.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened, and I stand outside the fire escape and I see black smoke. And
Were you in school?
I was in school when
Okay.
this happened, man. So once that happened, you're a kid, you don't know what's going on.
No,
You don't
yeah.
know
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
to make of it. So I got picked up by my grandmother. We go back home and turn on the TV, and then you find out, Twin Towers are gone, man.
Yeah.
And so from that point on, like something just triggered in me. Even at such a young age, like I just wanted to serve. I wanted to do something like bigger than myself.
Yeah, man.
That point on,
Yeah.
swear to God, it's real.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think, I think that 9/11 did that to a lot of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like you. I wanted to go into the military when I was young.
Mhm.
Pre 9/11, I was in college,
Yeah.
and when I was, when 9/11 happened, and we went up there and helped clean up the Pentagon.
Yeah.
After the fact.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I was the same way. Like I knew I wanted to go into the military. I was going to VMI at the time and military college, but I wasn't sure when, how I was going to do it. Was I going to be an officer? Was I going to enlist? All those things. I just didn't know have a direction. And as soon as that happened, I was like, I got to go.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that, So I think that touched the entire country. All of us that were at least old enough to understand,
Oh, yeah.
because you were old enough to understand, maybe after the fact, maybe in the moment you didn't know what the hell was going on, but I don't think a lot of adults knew what the hell was going on in the moment either.
Yep.
It was just chaos.
It
I
was.
can't imagine being in the city.
It was. I mean, I was way uptown, but still, the city was just completely locked down.
Oh, yeah.
So they could
Yeah.
even figure out what was
Well,
going
yeah, because they had no idea what the hell was going on. At the time.
Nope.
Yeah.
They didn't know where it came from. They didn't know who or what actually happened. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was all the rumors of,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember hearing all sorts of crazy, wild stuff. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My family members, nobody directly linked to me, but like some of my family members, like their friends, like they found out like they're no longer here because they were in the towers and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That's crazy.
It was sad, man. It
Yeah.
was sad. And just absorbing all that at a young age, I wish I was able to freaking just side down the line right there, but
Yeah.
I was only like 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I knew from that point on I wanted to do something bigger than myself. So
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
dude.
I kind of had the same thing when I was in school when it happened. I was in 9th grade,
Mhm.
and they actually had us finish the day. I wanted to say that for you.
young bucks.
Yeah, I wanted to say that for Matt because he was like, I was in college,
Freshman in high school. You were a freshman.
freshman. Yeah,
Well, we won't talk about what I was doing.
Yeah,
in
let's not
college.
go. No. Maybe when we start the Warriors of Whiskey After Dark episodes for the adults.
Yeah, adults only, R-rated.
Yeah. But
Warning: do not play this with your kids in the car.
not on speaker.
Yeah, no.
But no, like we actually went through the whole day of school in our last period. They came over the intercom and said, "Hey, if you're football, soccer, whatever practices, everything's canceled. Go home, be with your family." None of us had any idea what was going on.
Yeah.
I didn't even know something had happened until I got off the bus, walked inside, and my dad was sitting there watching the news, and it was just the replays of everything that had happened. And same thing, like I had a little bit of an inclination that I wanted to be in the military or law enforcement, same.
Yep.
But right then and there, I was like, "Yep, this is pretty much the direction I'm going."
Mm-hmm.
And as I progressed and got a little older, that path deviated from time to time. I became a skater punk hippie for a while.
Same.
Yeah.
But ended up reverting back, and thank goodness that I did. Honestly, I'll thank God every day that I joined the military. I've served, done this job. Shit, I've got to meet you two wonderful individuals in the process. Like, it's just amazing what it does for you. But yeah, it's kind of cool, man. And I didn't realize that, like, you had actually witnessed some of that from that day.
Yep.
We never talked about it before, so
Yeah, I don't really go back deep down that that road, but
understandable.
it's
yeah.
not that it like holds too much emotional input in my life, but it did like deviate towards like where I am today for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can imagine, man.
Yeah. So
Being in the city must have been nuts, bro.
yeah.
Hell. So yeah, so you ended up joining at 27 after working in a factory. One kid, another kid on the way.
Yep.
That's crazy, man.
Yep. And then ended up getting stationed in Oklahoma with you.
Yeah.
After a while.
Man, when I first met Nick, yeah, you were A1C.
I was a A1C about a so-on senior airman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty green, a little wet behind the ears.
Little Similac still bent behind the ears.
It was funny, but
Said he had baby formula behind the ears.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's good shit, man.
But we worked on the same flight for a little while at one point. And then I remember when you got that job in S4. So S4, for those watching that don't know, the military is a supply section.
Mm-hmm.
So Nick, as a senior airman, you sewed on and you were senior airman, right?
Yeah. So I think that was like after our deployment. That's when I started doing that job.
Was it after?
It was after, dude.
Man, all that time went by so fast. It's like a blur.
It was so fast. Yeah, 2019 we got tasked.
Yeah.
That was when we put what was it, the EST team thing together?
Yeah.
We were trying to stand that up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so EST is Emergency Services Team. We were trying to make a little makeshift SWAT team.
Yep.
Of course you were.
Of course, dude.
In Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma.
So, hey, I'll say this. It was our chief at the time. He actually was at Vance Air Force Base years ago when he was a younger airman or NCO.
Yep.
And they had an EST.
Okay.
And he heard about my TRF experience. He didn't hear about it. He knew about it because he was my chief in Minot. I don't know if you knew that. He's my chief in Minot for a few years. I went to TRF. When I got orders to Oklahoma, I got there, like the day I got there, chief pulls me in the office and is like, "All right, bro, you're going to stand up an EST." I was like, "I just got here." He's like, "I don't care.
I don't care.
By the way, you're going TDY." So I was still in processing and immediately got TDY to SRT school.
So you in process and you out process for the TDY.
Yes.
That's, yep.
It was crazy.
That
man.
tracks.
Yeah.
Tracks all right, yeah.
The wife was pissed.
I'll do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but SRT was the Special Reaction Team. It's an Army course that they put on out at Fort Leonard Wood. I got to go out. We just run and gun, man. Live shoot house scenarios. We built our own plastic explosive door charges, blew doors off of hinges.
Hell yeah.
Dude, it was badass. It was so much fun.
Man.
So lucky.
It was me. There was a couple Air Force dudes. It was primarily Marines that were in it because they have a special. Well, from what these guys told me, the Marines, I'm sorry if I'm butchering any of this, but they have sections that are specifically SRT.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. That's the only thing they do.
Only focus.
And those kids and I say kids because they were obviously younger than I was,
Mhm.
studs, bro.
Yep.
I mean, you want to talk
Whoa,
about
yeah.
tactically sound. There was like E4s setting up ambush scenarios,
Yep.
running full teams. There was, I don't know, 30 of us in the class, and they would put them in charge, and they're like, all right, this is how we're going to do it, blah, 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 run us through it. And I'm like, whoa, like you guys are seasoned already.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And you're an E4. So hands down, one of the best TDYs I got. But yeah, I was standing up the EST at Vance, and then bop, Saudi Arabia.
Go on to Saudi. Yep.
So you guys deployed to Saudi together?
Yep.
We did. He was my
Okay.
team lead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That must have really sucked.
Screw you, man. I thought it was a pretty good. You know what?
It was actually really good deployment.
Yeah.
It was actually
Yeah.
for God, there's so much we could
Was
probably
that because
talk
Hayden was such a badass, or was that just because it was a good?
about. Oh no.
We had fun, man.
Well, I'm not trying to set you up. I'm just messing with you.
No.
So it started out actually in a bad way for us because well, I won't say that. Something happened. We got sent to training late.
Yeah.
We missed our rotator.
Mind you, this was the height of COVID, so everything's like logistics is complete
Shutdowns.
chaos.
Yeah.
It was
It was
just bad.
crazy,
Oh, man.
dude.
Yeah.
COVID was one of the most awful times of my career.
It's
Yeah.
horrible.
I was actually in class. We were all in the class. And
Mhm.
remember that room with all the tables?
Yep.
And my phone rings, so I stand up and walk out, and it's some captain in Georgia. Mind you, we're in Kirtland?
Kirtland for ROM for 19 days.
No,
Isn't that where we were?
where was the training?
El Paso.
That's right, Texas. Yeah, Texas. My phone rings. A captain on the rotator in Georgia. They're getting ready to leave. They're like, "Hey, I'm looking for Sergeant Granger. Where the hell is Team Vance?" And I'm like, "We're in El Paso, homie. We're still in training." And he's like, "You're on the manifest, so you guys need to be here." I was like, "Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me get on a private jet real quick and get my entire team over there halfway through training."
Yeah.
Because that got botched. Excuse me. We ended up doing, at the end of our training, we ended up staying, what was it, like 4 or 5 days in El Paso.
Yeah. Like after the training was said and done?
Yep.
Yeah, it was like a week.
They threw us in an abandoned dorm,
Yep.
and there was like cockroaches, dead bugs, and birds and shit in the hallway.
It was crazy.
We had to clean our stuff up and just sleeping on an empty, like a bare mattress, which is disgusting.
Yeah.
I remember just laying on my sleeping bag being like,
Herpes
oh,
infested.
it was so gross. And I'll be completely honest with you. All we did was go buy beer and sit in the dorm room, and we just sat there and
Just drink beer.
Hell yeah,
drank
we
beer
did.
and played cards, and
Yeah.
we go to the gym. Like, we didn't have anything to do because we had missed our rotator.
Yep.
They end up flying us to Norfolk, Virginia.
Virginia.
We stayed there for a week
Yep.
and couldn't get on an airplane.
Nope.
And then all the quarantine stuff happened. They flew us from El Paso to Virginia, from Virginia to New Mexico, and we quarantined there for like 20 something days,
Leave it to the Air Force.
Yeah.
buddy. And then even at the end of that, after our quarantine, it was like doing what do they call it? Segregated, like in a prison.
Yeah. Segregation.
Segregation.
Yeah.
We had to stay in our own rooms. You couldn't go outside and communicate.
Yeah.
If you did, you had to have the 6 feet. And
Yep.
like, I remember seeing these guys at like Chow.
Mask and yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
I'd see these guys at Chow and be like, "Hey, human interaction.
Yeah.
How are you?"
If you touched him, oh,
Oh shit.
Ooh.
that was almost bad.
All right. Well, that's like that now forever.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, it kind of
You bumped
sucked.
it with your elbow.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't think I did. I think you did it.
Okay.
It's
fine. It'll be all right.
But no, and then at the end of that, we still, because they had put us on a manifest for a rotator that already went over, they had a lot of problems basically pulling that information and getting us on an aircraft.
Yeah.
So then
Yep. Sounds about right.
we on the day, all the teams are out there. They got all their luggage. They're boarding buses. They finally come over like, "Hey, Team Vance." And I was like, "Right here." They're like, "You guys are actually flying today." I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
thank goodness." We do that. We ended up getting stuck in Romania
Yeah, we
because
did.
we took off and lightning struck the plane.
I had no idea.
Were you
this
on
happened.
a 17 or a 5?
No, this was commercial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It was like an Atlas or something.
yeah.
Uh,
The big
Contracted,
big,
yeah.
contract jet, yeah.
But I remember the guy I was sitting with. I was in the aisle seat. We had to be separated, right, because of the COVID stuff.
Yeah.
He was in the window, and he had the window open. It was pitch black outside. We flew up into this thunderstorm, and there's white flash out the window. He looked at me and just slowly closed the window. And both of us just sat there like, okay, what just happened? And then the pilot comes over. He's like, hey, we're having to jettison fuel because we can't land. We're too heavy. We're going to jettison fuel. We're going to land back in Romania. And we ended up sitting on the tarmac for like 12 hours in the plane.
They wouldn't let you off the damn plane?
They eventually did.
They did.
Oh, man.
But we sat there for a while. The plane was off. And everybody, oh, this is a funny story. I was sitting right next to the shitter. Everybody
on the shitter.
Great place to sit.
Dude, and everybody, I know what people were thinking was like, well, I'm not going to shit on the airplane. I'm going to hold it because we were only supposed to fly for like, it was like a couple hours and we were going to be in Qatar.
Yeah.
Well, we got struck by lightning, had to land, and then we're on the tarmac for this long. So everybody is just dumping this toilet up. And I was sitting right behind it. So no air on. They had the door open and you couldn't, like, the toilets weren't working.
Oh,
Nothing was working in the damn thing.
Yeah.
They ended up bringing us into the Romanian airport. They built a little COVID section for us, so we
They
could get
had
off
us
the plane.
blocked off like a couple zoo animals. for
Yeah.
Romanians to see.
And I'm talking to my team. I'm like, "Hey, y'all! Like, this isn't normal. Like, this kind of sucks, right? This is a lot of y'all's first
This is our
deployment.
first time, yeah.
Oh, this is your first deployment?
This was
Yeah.
the first one, 2019.
Oh, man. A COVID deployment.
Yep.
And those sucked. I
Yeah.
deployed twice during COVID, and that was awful.
Mm-hmm.
Because, other countries were absolutely completely locked down. So
Yep.
you couldn't do shit. Yeah.
Romania gave 0 Fs about it, dude, because they were just in the airport. And it's funny, like, you think of any movie from, like, the European standpoint, like the guys in tracksuits, like the mafia type look.
Yeah.
They're in their slick back hair, tracksuits, and they're smoking cigarettes in the airport, and they're just looking at us, like he said, zoo animals. Because we're all in uniform.
Look at these gringos.
Dude. And we're just sitting there
Look
like,
at these dumb Americans.
Yep.
it was funny, man. We got there late. We actually missed the first month of our deployment because of all this process.
Yep.
And everybody that was there was pissed off at us.
6-month deployment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody that was there was pissed off at us because when they landed in July, they got quarantined on base. They had no food, barely any water. People lost somewhere around like 20, 30 pounds.
Damn.
It was like a concentration camp.
It was worse in country. So
Yeah.
We
as
got
much
lucky.
as this sucked, we got super lucky.
Yeah.
Remember that? What was the senior? I don't want to say his name because obviously I try not to say names.
I know
out
what you're
there.
talking about.
But he actually told me this after the fact. He made us go out in PT every morning at 0430 with him for the first week we were there. Remember that?
I remember that.
We did the Bulgarian Olympics.
We did.
He smoked us for like a week straight every morning at 0430. And then after he told me, he was like, yeah, I did that because the team that you guys arrived with, they got in a lot of trouble in their quarantine because they broke quarantine. The airmen snuck out and went into the base.
Okay.
And it was kind of like not a punishment, but a training environment.
Uh-huh.
He found out that we weren't actually tied to that team. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry for pulling you guys into that. That was specifically for that team for what they did while in quarantine.
Jesus.
But I remember telling everybody,
You're
I was
better
like,
for it.
dude, oh yeah. But I remember telling everybody, I was like, look, this is a different experience even for me, guys. This is number 5 for me. Enjoy it.
Yeah. Like, this is a one of a kind. You might not ever get one like this.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing. But
And we were bare base and tents, which I was very happy for y'all that you got to experience that. Tell me, how did you feel about that? Like the bare base tent experience?
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a culture shock for sure.
Mhm.
When we got bussed in from the flight line, I'm just sitting there, and as we're rolling up to, the LSA, I look out the window and I just see nothing but tents. I'm like, oh, okay.
so this is how it's gonna
This
be.
is how it's gonna
Oh
be.
boy.
Dude, We didn't have like porta shitters, but we had those little Connexes, but you couldn't flush the toilet paper. Remember that?
Oh, I remember.
So after you get done cleaning yourself,
Yep.
you have to stuff it into a trash can. And somebody would open that door, and the wind would blow.
Oh.
Shitty toilet paper would blow all over the stall.
Yep.
Oh, every time.
We had such a good team though, man. And y'all actually, you guys killed it out there. Eventually, what was it? You got put into Counter Suez, right?
It wasn't me. It was a buddy of ours. Probably not gonna say his name, but I didn't get put onto that team. I was the Taz operator for y'all.
That's right.
Yeah,
When you came up to BDOC on the 10th.
correct.
Yeah, yeah.
I was y'all's Taz operator. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember. So, as a flight chief, all of a sudden Nick is sitting in the tent, and I'm like, "What are you doing in here?" He's like, "I'm Taz now."
yeah,
I'm like, "Oh, look at you, big boy."
yeah. I was in with the big boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun though, right?
Explain what Taz is to those that don't. I know what it is. I've heard.
So, man, if I remember the acronym correctly, tactical surveillance, something. It's been such a long time since I've actually done that job. But basically, all you're doing is you're monitoring the areas of responsibility that, they have alarm sensors. So, super sensitive stuff that we're safeguarding.
Yeah, I got you.
Not going to get into it, but
Google
basically,
No, yeah, I'm not trying to get you.
yeah, but basically, you're the eye for those, those critical resources
Yeah.
essentially, and that's all it is.
Yeah, eyes and ears of all that. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, I gotcha.
Which is kind of cool, man. I was actually as a tech sergeant team leader at the time. I was super proud of you for doing that, man. Seeing you up there and actually working, because we had a lot of the drone incursions.
Yeah, that was such a problem then. I can't even imagine now.
Yeah.
But back then, that was just starting to become more prominent. And how many sightings, and then we had active threats too while we were there. I remember that very clearly. Every other week, going alarm red. I'm like, all right, what is it this time? Either a freaking drone or is it a rocket attack? What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Rocket mortar drone.
Yeah, the fun stuff.
Yeah.
So
I hate drones.
These guys gave me a bunch of shit one day. We had a rocket.
Oh, please
issue.
explain the story. I was waiting for the story.
They're a bunch of young bucks, right?
Okay.
So we get this, the alarms go off, bunker up, right? You find shelter, and where these guys were sheltered at, I was the go-between for BDOC, because we didn't have enough radios to go around out there because we were bare base.
Yeah.
Like shit, we had fucking 20 radios for
Something like that.
everybody.
It was still very, very bare.
And the shift is, so you've got your full shift out that day. They have all the radios. So I was the runner. I was going between the BDOC tent where all command was and the bunkers. And I'm hauling ass, right? So a lot of my old military mindset, I guess, kicked in. And I ran up and I dropped to a knee and kind of like power slid into the bunker.
Yeah, absolutely did.
Okay, Rambo.
It was glorious.
But now I will say this: all these little sons of guns are sitting in the bunker with their helmets off. They're dicking around on their phones.
yeah.
They're listening to music. Like, oh, it's nothing. And I went off, man. Yeah, but later on, after we got back from the deployment, Nick and I were sitting in the garage having some beers, and he was like, "Yeah, that time that you power slid into the bunker," and I was like, "Look, guy, I was fired up. All right."
Yeah. I mean, that goes without saying, though. Like, I was actually really glad you did that, though, because it was legit something serious. You didn't know what the hell was going to come up.
The rockets landed not too far away from where we were.
Yeah. So, like, I think a lot of it was us just being nervous and just, masking it with, joking around and shit like
Everybody's
that.
trying to be the tough guy.
Everybody's
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to, like,
Yeah.
Trying to act like it doesn't phase you, so you're
100.
doing things to distract yourselves. I get that.
100%.
We did the same thing when I was in Iraq.
Yeah.
But man, like he was on it though. Like I was actually like, I joke with you about that, but
Oh,
I was
yeah.
so glad you did that.
I know.
It was pretty dope.
I remember telling y'all, put your fucking helmets on. And that one kid was like, why? And I was, dude, some A1C. I mean, I don't even know what I said.
I'm surprised that kid wasn't picking up his teeth.
But, well, he was like 30 people into this bunker, so I couldn't get to him.
Okay, he's lucky then.
But I went off. I literally don't remember what I said, but I said enough to where everybody was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
we might want to.
When he gets
We're
angry,
gonna need to lock it. We're gonna need to lock it.
when he gets angry, he blacks out.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty cool. And dude, the way that you handled yourself over there, man, you were such a and I'll say this, I want everybody to hear it, right? You were such a asset for me because your life experience, right?
Yes.
Being an older individual, you were a senior airman at the time, but also I was able to lean on him so much for some things, especially with the communication with the team, because you were tied in with the team a little bit more than I was when I took over the flight.
Yep.
I lost a lot of that connection.
Yeah.
Right. And he was able to hit him up, and we worked out together the whole time. This dude got big as out there.
I did.
Huge, man. Massive.
I did. I miss it.
We both let it go.
Back to dad mode.
Family, man.
You
It
know.
happens. It happens.
But I was able to lean on him, and I would tell him, like, hey, we need to start doing this and blah, blah, blah. And he would hit the team up for, he's like my 2IC out there the entire time. So yes, absolutely. Very, very helpful for me in that process. And just the maturity that you brought to it, man, was I thought was pretty cool, and took so much weight off of me in the process, you know? Because I would just tell him some stuff, and he'd be like, that sounds dumb. I'm going to do it this way. I'd be like, actually, that sounds better, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got it.
I think that's a great picture. Just, how the military is.
Yeah.
The relationships. Sitting here watching y'all, I've just been sitting here just kind of watching y'all interact.
Yeah.
Just the relationship. It's really cool to see, because you're in completely different times of your careers.
Yeah.
You're not that much younger than Hayden. You're a little younger than me, but most staff sergeants that have been in, as long as you have, are like early 20s.
Yeah.
23, 24, 25,
Yep.
But just seeing that relationship, I think, is a great picture, because you were a tech sergeant, and you could tell that you guys were close even when, you were a senior airman at, 29, 30, maybe 30 years old, 31, something like that. So I think it's very interesting just to show that picture of how that works. And, which I wanted to ask you, you said you've been in Southern almost 8 years.
Yep.
Right. So you've got a while.
Yeah.
So first, I can make an assumption, but I'm not going to do that. Are you looking to do 20?
I battle every single day with that question, and I think everybody
does.
Yeah, dude.
You're actually at that point where I think everybody, because usually once you hit 10, it's like, why not? Are you under blended? Are you under the?
He's on the high 3, bro.
High 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember the 8 time. Okay, so
No, we talked about this the other night.
good,
That's one of the
good.
questions I asked.
So you're under the high 3 retirement like we are, so that's a good thing. So yeah, you hit that 10, and most people are like, man, you'd be an idiot. You better have a 6-figure plus job waiting for you if you leave at 10 plus, right?
Yep.
But you're right there in that kind of gray zone where you could bow out if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And there wouldn't be a lot of love lost, and you'd be okay, as long as you have a plan and whatnot. But yeah, what are you thinking? You got a family.
And that's the biggest thing for me, is because I have a family. I find it hard to kind of separate from something that I've already put so much time in. And then on top of that, I got my family that I need to support.
Yeah.
So it's tough. Do I leave the security and then try for something else on the outside, or do I continue down the same path I'm in? Tough out the deployments and the time away, but at least knowing that my family is okay and taken care of,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
and that's a give and take.
Yeah, that's the stuff that eats away at me, and it's I find it hard to let it go. And I think a lot of other guys too probably struggle with that too. But I'm not sure. I'm not too sure yet.
That's fair. That's actually absolutely fair. I have those conversations a lot, as a shirt with a lot of airmen, right around the same time frame that you're in, because a lot of them are like, I don't know, and a lot of them have families at that point.
Yep.
And it's that, I know my family's going to be taken care of. I know I'm going to get a decent paycheck. I'm going to have benefits and all that. However, there's going to be a lot of time lost.
Exactly.
long hours, especially as a defender.
Yep.
Defender working flight, you're working 15-hour days every day,
Yep.
and that's on a good day.
That's on a good.
That's a good day when just nothing crazy happened,
Yeah,
right?
that's if you're not pulling someone out of their car.
I
because-
believe me, I know. Okay, I was a security forces shirt for 2 years. I'm tracking, my friend. I worked my fair share of 24+ hour days.
Oh yeah.
Just a regular day.
I remember.
On my birthday,
Oh my gosh!
you and I were
yes.
up for what was it, like 30
It
hours?
was it was over 30 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my yeah,
God.
we pulled some hours here. That's how we got so close so quick, because we got thrown into quite literally hell like
Yeah.
that together, and it was just like, but
I'm having some of this.
but no, I just wanted to hear, because I'm glad to hear you say that you don't know,
Yeah,
because I want people to hear that.
of course.
We were talking a little bit before we went live. I still got to finish what I got. I'm just enjoying this handy.
Ready.
He's not as nice as me. He's not going to pour it for you.
No.
But
Eat shit,
Don't-
dude.
but we
Only
were
'cause
talking
you're all
that
the way over there.
a lot of our audience are mid late 30s. What?
Go ahead,
Okay,
keep
sorry, mid late 30s. Closer to retirement, right? Then I'll get you. I'll just put it right here.
Yep.
I'll get a pour in just a second. Closer to our age, closer to retirement, definitely over 10 years in the military, if they're military and whatnot, or they're retirees.
Yep.
So my hope is that having you on, yes, you're older in age,
Yeah.
but I mean, you're not too old. You're still a decade younger than me.
Yes.
I'll be 45 next month. So and that's
Damn.
and that's my 23-year anniversary. You can shut up and you can get out. Okay. Don't forget whose house you're in.
I'm sorry.
You get your boy. But anyway, my hope was that you would bring on some younger listeners to be able to hear, because I think they could get a lot out of what we say, but also you're not going to be the only one. I wouldn't mind bringing on somebody even younger,
same.
age wise,
Yeah.
But I'm glad, because I didn't know the answer to that question. I didn't ask you that off camera or anything, so I had no idea what you were going to say when I asked you, whether you're going to do 20 or not.
Yeah.
I figured it was at least on your mind,
Oh.
knowing that you're at, right at 8 years or coming up on 8 years, and family and all that.
Mhm.
But there's a lot to weigh there.
Absolutely.
know.
And it's so taxing to think about that stuff, because you want to, the biggest thing for me is family, 100%. I don't know if you guys have gathered that from now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can tell you're a family man right off the bat.
Huge. I make sure like they're okay. If they're okay, then I'm good to go to do what I have to do. Like, my job is easy. I think the hardest thing is making sure like all the ducks are in the row at home.
Mhm.
And it's completely normal to think about, you're not sure you want to get out or not. You got this going on and that going on, and everything is riding on what you got going on right now. Your enlistment, your benefits and stuff like that is completely normal, because
Oh yeah.
if you're not thinking about it, then what are you doing?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the thing is too, is like how fast the world is changing these days
Yes.
is a major factor into that. And I'm so happy that I didn't have like to make this decision now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's got to be
Yeah.
difficult.
When we were going through this, the world was way different.
Yes.
It
It's
was.
simpler. It seemed.
Well, so just me looking back, because I remember thinking, this is going to be your second reenlistment if you decide to reenlist.
It would be third
Your third reenlistment or your
Mhm.
third enlistment?
reenlistment. Or no, second. So second enlistment.
Yes,
Reenlistment.
yes, gotcha, yes. So it'll be your third enlistment, yes. But so you enlisted when you first came in, then you reenlisted once before, and now you're reenlisting again.
Correct.
If you decide to,
Right.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So I remember that point,
Mm-hmm.
right there just before 10 years. But we were in the heart of GWAP
Mhm.
when I was there. It was so when I was at 8 years, I was like 2011, right? So the heart of GWAT.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, I was launching B-52s to go rain hate on Afghanistan.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So there was just as what they're doing now. Buff Nation, who I love you guys.
Hey.
Yeah.
What is that? What's the acronym?
Buff, big ugly fat fellow.
There it is.
Yeah. I'm proud of my guys for that, by the way.
Yes.
I was just at Barksdale. We'll go into that in a minute.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to you. I remember when I was at that point. Honestly, it was a little simpler and easier for me because I was fresh off a deployment, so I was the best way to re-blue you is a deployment.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not PME. It's professional military education. It's not going to some class. It's not watching some video or listening to somebody speak. Go put them in the shit because that's what we're here for. I mean, the bottom line is what the military is for is to go deploy and to kill bad guys.
Correct.
Right. But bottom line, it was a lot easier then because, like I said, I was coming fresh off of a deployment. I was a single dad at the time. So I was like, well, I didn't have a whole lot of education. I had a associate's degree, but that was it. And I was like, I don't think I can make a better life for my son. And yeah, there was a lot of stress there, and there was a lot of sacrifice because, I mean, Connor will tell you now the first 6 years of his life, and then, after that, he didn't see me a lot. I was gone. I was a flying crew chief and all that. So there's a lot to that. Yeah. And I'm really glad that you said what you said because I want everybody to know that it's okay if you don't know.
Yep.
I say that to all the airmen that come into my office all the time and talk about these things. It's okay if you don't have to figure it all out as long as you're thinking about it, and you are, and you got the right mindset, and then you got to figure out what's best for you and your family.
Absolutely.
And then I will tell you this: whatever decision you make, when you make it, don't look back, brother, because what's back there. One, if you keep looking backwards, you're going to fall off a cliff because you're going to walk off something or you're going to hurt yourself, right? Two, there ain't nothing good back there except for learn. Yeah. So once you make that decision and those kinds of decisions, just go with it.
Yep.
Trust your decision, trust your gut, and move on, man. And whatever you decide, cool,
It's like you were sitting in the kitchen with us the other night because that's pretty close along the lines of what I said to him.
I'm sure we have a lot of the same mindsets and mentality.
Get out of my head, Matt. No, because back in the day, I was a very huge advocate. I would try to get everybody to re-enlist.
Go ahead.
And at our conversation the other night, I was like, look, at the end of the day, right, it's your decision. You got to figure out what's best for your family. And the maturity that you have and the understanding of that is it's amazing, man. Because I know if I was in your shoes back then, because when I re-enlisted for that time that took me to 10, I knew I was going to do 20.
Yeah.
I didn't have kids. I wasn't married. I didn't have those extra burdens on my shoulders. You know what I mean? So that's, crazy that I can only imagine what you have to think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot. Your mind's kind of going all over the place all the time. You do the best you can.
And that you got to weigh the pros and cons for both sides, right? But yeah, no, I think it's going to hit you one day, and you're just going to be like, "That's my decision."
Yep.
Right.
Just commit.
Yep.
And that's what it is. You just got to commit, man.
Absolutely.
You got to, when you make that decision, commit. You'll make the right decision.
Yeah.
But you've already pulled the trigger on some of those because you're a canine handler.
How do you like that?
I love it, man. The best decision I ever made. So, awesome. Fun fact, I didn't initially want to do that. I wanted to actually be a Raven.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Raven is essentially just flyaway security for an aircraft, and you just fly all over the place with it.
And they do some pretty
it's a lot more to that, but yes, without going into all the
basics.
Details. Yes,
that's without going into detail.
Raven's pretty badass.
It's a very hard job to get into for security forces, as is K9 as well, because of the work for it.
I want to get Dakota on to talk about Raven.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's got some good stories for that. So he's a buddy of ours that we both worked with. I don't know if you know Dakota Mace.
I think you've mentioned them though.
Yeah. But so K9, man. Walk us through that a little bit.
Canine. So whenever the Raven thing kind of fell through after COVID happened, all the classes got canceled,
Yeah.
whatever. After our deployment, we finally completed that. When I went S4, the kennels were actually right across the street.
Yep, I remember.
So when I was busy doing my work and my free time and lunchtime, I'll go out there and be like, oh, that looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go out and watch them work and stuff like that. And I've always known I wanted to do something a little bit more than the norm.
Mm-hmm.
And, K9 definitely gave me that for sure. So I would volunteer like all of my free time, clean the kennels, just watch them train and do their thing, man. And I was hooked immediately. And then, long story short, here I am.
Yeah.
4
That's
years,
awesome.
4 years in as a
So
canine.
you're
handler.
canine currently.
I'm canine currently. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's
Are you a trainer?
I am. I went to the schoolhouse and got certified to be a trainer.
Okay.
Last September.
Nice.
So
Good
I have
for
the
you.
certification and I
Good
can
for you.
fill those boots if need be.
Yep.
Good.
He's got a deployment under his belt as on a leash.
As well.
Nice.
It's been a year since my second deployment, but as a handler,
That's awesome.
Yep, went to Qatar, and my second half I went to Jordan.
Hell yeah. How'd you like
Yeah.
that?
That's right. You got forwarded out of there.
I did. It was awesome.
I bet it was, man.
It was
I'm a little bit jealous. I think I had a pretty damn good career being a flying crew chief, but I almost asked to cross train to go into either Raven or Canine.
Yeah.
Those were two things because I wanted to go cop, but I wanted to go Raven Canine.
Yeah.
One of my good friends at the time was Canine. And he was like, brother, I was a staff sergeant. He was like, you're going to be working the gate. And at the time, it was really hard to get into Canine because they were filled up and everybody wanted to go Canine.
Yeah.
And he was like, just stay where you're at. You don't want to come over here. I promise you. Because you're not going to walk through the door and end up in Canine. And I knew that.
Yeah.
But he was like, bro, you'll be working the gate as a staff sergeant.
the dark side.
Yeah. And so,
Golf one
but, well, and then funny enough, and then I become a defender shirt, and everybody thought that I was actually a defender because of how I operated as a shirt. Because I was arming up with you guys and doing all the things. But anyway, so yeah. But
But yeah, man, it was. There's something, and I mean, you have a dog. You understand that how special that bond.
that's why I wanted to do canine because I've always been a dog guy. I've had dogs in my whole life. So
Imagine going everywhere with your best friend to do a job, and
I did that all the time when I was in
on a leash though.
He just called me a dog.
No, going everywhere with my best friend. I mean, sometimes I put him on a leash.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, we'll be right back.
I should go get a dog collar and put your ass on a leash. No, we would fight right
would
here.
fight.
I know we would.
You would have to
We would
force
break.
it on-
We
yeah.
would break shit. Never mind. I won't do that because we'll both fight and it'll be a problem.
We'll shake hands after, but
Oh
Yeah,
man.
but it's super. It's something super special. It's hard to even describe. So before I've even get put on a dog, there's a period of time where there's a rapport period. So it's just a couple weeks, you and the dog just spending time together, getting to know each other. Nothing crazy, and then you start the work,
Yeah.
and then it just all comes full circle, and you're just completely bonded to this dog, and
Nice.
you trust this dog with everything that you got, and then you're sent out into the world
Nice.
with full
What
trust.
kind of dog you have as a Mal?
So the one I deployed with was a Dutch Shepherd.
Okay.
Yeah, phenomenal dog. Great dog, phenomenal dog.
Yeah.
the best.
The best dog. She was amazing, man. She made my deployment that much better.
What was her name?
Lorna.
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 Nice.
Hell yeah.
Lorna. Good old Dutch Shepherd. She's about 4 years old now, give or take,
Yeah.
something like that. She's phenomenal, man. She got me out of some weird spots.
Yeah.
I'll just put it that way. So it was
Well, that's your wingman.
100.
when- K9,
100%.
Yeah.
That's your wingman because you're not out with another human being. It's you and your dog.
It's just you and that.
And that's why dogs, when God forbid, they get injured or killed in battle, they get the same honors.
Oh, yeah.
Correct.
Because they're a military member.
Correct.
They're straight military member.
Yes.
They wear a rank,
Yep.
right?
No.
That's a myth.
Yeah, I don't think they wear it red.
I don't
I was gonna say I know they don't hear.
Not in real, but
No.
a lot of them are gifted a rink, right?
I don't know if that's real or not. I think a lot of people joke about that
I've
stuff.
never seen that.
I've seen handlers literally say like that's a staff sergeant.
It might be a certain. Well, it might be a handler thing.
Oh, so they're
I
just
don't
stupid.
know. I just know
Yes.
here. I just know here they don't.
I'll admit it.
Even when they retire them, because I went to Rio's retirement and he didn't have a rank.
Yeah.
So, but
I think it was just something. the
and you're still with
Army-
the same dog.
So no, I'm not with that dog no
Okay.
more. So what happens is over time, you're not really with a dog no more than 2 years. What happens is you get new people that come in the career field, and the most experienced dog will
Goes
go
with the
to
new
the
person.
least experienced person, so they can learn from that dog.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So it makes sense. It sucks, I will say, because you've put in so much time with this dog and you're bonding with them.
I was gonna say you built that bond. You're like,
and
Yeah.
it just gets cut one day, and you just kind of have to accept it.
yeah,
And
that's part of the job.
it's part of it, man. And you can't come into the career field like emotionally attached because you're gonna get hurt. Because
Yeah.
what happens is
That's hard as shit to not get emotionally attached,
know.
man.
I know it is tough. It is tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've cried a couple times.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you might be told to not get emotionally attached. I don't know too many dog handlers that don't get emotionally attached. to their
I don't
dogs.
know that many.
Yeah, I mean, you know that there's gonna be an end to this, right?
Of course.
So that probably helps a little bit, but I don't think you can even be a good dog handler without having that emotional bond. So you're gonna get emotionally attached.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, and
You just have to
kinda-
work through it when you do have to, break
Exactly.
ties.
Exactly. And then you just leave them better than you had them for
Yeah.
the handler that doesn't have an experience.
hmm
And then I was lucky enough to kind of coach that new team together. I told them all the quirks and this and this and that, and
Nice.
Nice.
So what kind of dog do you have now?
So now I have a 2-year-old Mal mix with a shepherd. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
because he's a complete klutz, but I still love him.
Sounds fun.
His name is Mookie.
Mookie. Okay.
Mookie. He's a good dog. He's a puppy though, so
Yeah.
we're working.
I was
through
gonna say
some
2 years
things.
old is young.
Yeah.
That is very young.
Yeah.
We acquired him when he was a year and a half.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's really early.
Yeah.
So by the time we even became a team, he was a little past 2 years old.
Okay.
So
Wow.
yeah. So it
Nice.
varies. So sometimes you'll get super duper young dogs. Sometimes you get a
Yeah.
little bit of an older seasoned dog.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I am lucky. He's fantastic. He's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just got that puppy energy in him. That's all.
Yeah. I can tell you love that. You love your job.
I love my job so
Yeah.
much, man. It's put a lot of I don't know what's the word to say. I feel like I'm doing exactly what I need to be doing.
Hell yeah.
Where you need to be.
Yes.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
That's good, man. When you can
That's-
find that spot in the
Mhm.
world for you, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yes.
How do you feel about what the career field is doing here?
So
Coming up?
it's changing for the better. I will say. I mean, career fields always need some improvement, but I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's I think it's gotten a little bit better. It's catering more towards enrichment for the dogs. So
Mhm.
what that means is we take out the dogs a lot more when they're not being worked. Take them out for a run. Just
Yeah.
have fun. Let them be a dog.
Yep.
Cause
That's
they're at the end of the day, dude. They're just like us.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine us getting worked constantly,
Yep.
like that would burn us out.
The only difference is a dog can't talk about it.
Exactly.
A dog can't
yeah.
go to a therapist and talk
Right.
it through, or have their buddies and talk it through.
Correct. And then that's where we
PTSD is a thing for dogs.
Yep.
Yes.
Stress is a thing for dogs.
Yep.
Trauma is a thing for dogs.
Yes.
All those things.
And that's where
People
we
don't
come
realize
in.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where we come in as handlers, and we have to advocate for that dog. Be like,
Yes.
hey, this is what's going on with my dog, either it's medically or he seems a little bit more stressed. Then it's up to you to bring that up, and then you do what you got to do to get that dog back on track.
Yep.
Take them out. Let them be a dog.
Yep.
No commands, none of this crazy stuff. Just
Yep.
let them out and just be a dog. And that's a new, really cool thing that we're doing.
That's cool.
That's
So,
awesome to hear, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like
career wide, all across the branches, they're doing this. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my good friends, he's actually got orders. He's about to leave, but he was a canine handler here, and he was telling me about that and all those
Yeah.
changes. So he's a good friend of both of ours. So, but yeah, no, that's pretty awesome.
yeah,
Pretty awesome.
I think it's fantastic, man, because I don't know how many times like through my career where I'd be up on like B-Dock or in a gate and Canine would show up and they'd be like, "Don't touch my dog." But then you would see like some of these dogs, man, are just craving affection.
Yes.
And they would just
Yep.
pile up into your lap and it's like, "Oh, who's a good boy?"
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, and I can't help it. I'm gonna pet your dog, dude.
Yep.
Like,
I got to know Arvizo so good because I would go out to the kennels and
Mhm.
I'd be like, brother, you gotta let me. You gotta let me.
Yeah.
And so he
I
would
want the
he
licks.
would he would either go get one of his handlers to bring out a dog or two,
Yeah.
and he would be like, "There's nobody in here, shirt. Go ahead." Like they're
Mhm.
not going to just jump at you as long as you're, And he knew that was a dog person and all that. I know
Yeah.
how to. I've been around dogs. I've actually trained duck dogs.
Okay.
Dexter's not a duck dog. He's just not built that way. But the last two dogs I've had,
Yeah.
I actually went through a course to train duck dogs, so I know about training dogs and being
Nice.
around dogs and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And he knew that. So I would go in there and just like have my puppy time,
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Especially a stressful day, and I'd just call him up like, "Hey, bro, are you in the office?" Like, "Yeah, man, what's up?" "I'm coming out." And he'd be like, after a while, he'd be like, "Oh, it's one of those days, huh?"
Yep.
"Yeah, man." And it got more frequent over time.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
but yeah, man. So you got young kids. You got what?
Yep.
How many kids you have?
3.
3 of them. Ages.
8, 7, and just turned 4.
This man is busy.
Buddy.
So coming up on 8 years in military, staff sergeant,
Yes, sir.
right? Canine handler,
Yep.
been on deployments.
There.
What's that like for your young family? How long you and your wife been married?
We have been married for 10 years.
Okay,
Working
okay.
on 11 this July.
So you guys aren't a new marriage, all right?
We are very,
Yeah.
very seasoned.
So you guys have been through it,
we have.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what's it like? I know you talked a little bit about it. Definitely plays a big part in your decision making on what your future looks like.
Yeah.
But your day to day, like how is
So,
that?
Day to day. Day to day. Well,
I don't mean you walk us through every day. I don't
there-
mean I'm just asking you, what's it like for you? Because my son's, he'll be 20 in July. I've been a single dad. I'll talk to you a little bit about that in a minute if you want. But, and then, Hayden's kids are a little bit older.
Yep.
And he's about done with this. I mean, he is done.
Oh, I'm done.
Look at this guy. This guy doesn't look
Hey,
like, this guy doesn't
oh,
look military.
got
to
the
say.
Gandalf beer building.
First off,
Yeah. So for a guy who's got, you've got a while.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
it like?
So, I mean, every day I just, after when the job is said and done, right? I think the hardest thing for me is like flipping it off, right? Like
I was going to ask you about that, but good.
work mode off, which I think is probably like the hardest thing for us to do.
absolutely,
Yes.
dude.
Oh,
And I've had to go to countless amount of therapy to try to figure that out.
Same.
So figuring it out how to turn work mode off and go home and just be present,
Yep.
which I think is it's really hard for us to do because we're
Yep.
wired differently, man. Like
Mhm.
just go to work, got to do this, go do this. All right, tend to this airman, my troop this, my troop that, or this needs to get done.
And even when you're at home, you're on call.
hmm
Exactly.
Yep.
I still struggle with this to this day. I'm always looking at my phone,
Yep.
to see, hey, what's up? What's going on? Y'all need me?
You
All
tell
right, good.
I've got 2 phones. Usually I'm on leave right now, but typically I have 2 phones, my shirt phone and my personal. And either one of them could ring at any given time.
They,
'Cause
they got here Thursday night. He walked in and I offered him a beer and he's like, I actually have to wait a second because my base is on lockdown right now
Yeah.
and I might have to leave.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, I mean, and that's the life, right?
That's the life.
So let me ask you a question, man. I know I'm not a therapist. I've got a little bit of experience though, and I still struggle with that, but I really struggled with that when I was younger.
Yeah.
Especially when my son was younger and when I was married. Do you have a physical, optical symbol when you walk through the door that turns it off for you? Like, do you physically do something? Take off your top.
Take
off
off
your
the
boots.
uniform.
Okay.
Get changed.
That's it.
Okay.
Take
okay.
it off.
Okay.
Mine was
Yep.
my boots.
Yep.
Boots.
If I took my boots off, I knew I was done for
Yes.
the day.
So that's me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And everybody has something different. That's what I was asking you.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first thing I would do when I would walk through the door is before I did anything would be take off my boots.
Yep. Yes.
And I would take off my boots. And then pretty quickly, if not immediately, go change, go upstairs, take the uniform off.
Yep.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's like it's like an instant switch in your mind. Like, all right, I'm here. I'm with my family. It's
Yep.
time to find out about the kids' day, what they got going on, what's going on with my wife, what's going on with her, what's bothering her.
What kind of day
And
she had,
it's-
right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
man. It's tough. You gotta flick it, switch it, and you gotta be there in the moment, right?
Mhm.
And you just gotta go along with the rest of your day as best you can.
Do you flip it when you walk through the door, or do you ask your wife and family to give you,
A couple minutes.
5 minutes, whatever your time is? Right?
Sometimes,
Okay.
sometimes depending on what's going on, but most of the times, just walking through the door is enough for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
How long's your drive to work, to and from?
5 minutes.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
so simple. Yeah. 5
Yeah.
minutes on the road.
Because when I at Barksdale, I lived about 30 minutes from base.
Yeah.
So my unwind time was in the vehicle.
Dude, I kind of miss that sometimes.
I do too. I do too.
The time.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah. So living on base here, I mean, like I said, when we moved here, my son was 18, so it wasn't as big of a thing. But I asked you that question because, I would come in and, when my son was younger, being a single dad, all he had was me.
Yeah.
So I would come in the door and he would immediately, Dad, here's what happened. Dad, I need this. Dad, will you sign this for this field trip?
Yep.
Dad,
Yep.
I need $20 to take to school to do this. Dad, my lunch account is blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Dad, my math homework, I don't understand these 5 problems.
Yeah.
And I would get overwhelmed.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So once he got about 10, like 9 or 10 years old and he could kind of understand it, I finally sat him down. I was like, hey, son, when I come home, when I get you, from the neighbors, because he would just go home to the neighbor's house and then
Yeah.
they would get him off the bus and I'd go get him.
Mhm.
I need you to give me 20 minutes.
Yep.
So you can he had those kids tablets or whatever. It was,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They weren't connected to the internet or whatever, just kind of a tablet thing.
Yeah,
and-
like
and
games and
educational
stuff.
games. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had a little timer on. I said, when we walk through the door together, you set your timer for 20 minutes. You give Daddy 20 minutes to go upstairs, change, take a breath. When that timer goes off, I'm all yours. And I would hear it.
Yep.
And so after it took him a little while, right? Because he would get all excited,
Yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
excited to see Dad,
Yeah.
excited
just
to tell
wants
me
to
about
tell you
everything.
about his
Yes,
day.
Everything.
and he didn't understand that all day, every day was I need,
Yeah.
Sarge, I need this or
Yeah.
whatever, right? Just all day long, right?
Mhm.
But it took a while, but he did that,
Yeah.
and that was my thing was, but at that 20 minutes though, I knew that's all I had.
Yeah.
Because we made that deal. He was going to give it to me, but also no matter the day that I had, no matter the stress that was on my plate, no matter what I knew I was going to walk into that next morning,
Flip that
Yep.
switch.
or what I was going to have to deal with later on that night when he went to bed, because we all work after hours, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
No such thing as turning it off forever, right? You have to
Yep.
switch it back on sometimes as leaders. But he knew, and I knew,
Yeah.
and I would hear his timer go off, and then that would be my son. All right.
Mhm.
Dad mode.
Yep.
All that other shit that you're dealing with, don't deal with it right now. I'll deal with it later.
Exactly.
Right. So
Exactly.
yeah. I think that's important.
Absolutely.
That's a crazy thing, man. Like I don't think I've ever heard you talk about that like that. Like it's the perspective that you just like me learning a little
Yeah.
bit more about you.
Yeah.
It kind of made me realize like how lucky I am to have such a strong woman, my wife in my life
100%.
for that. Like, and I know like your wife is, dude,
Phenomenal.
amazing woman, right?
Yep. Shout out.
Yeah. I said it.
I love that. That's awesome.
But like, so honestly, I think the reason why we started hanging out a little bit before our deployment was because
of our wives.
our
got
wives
together.
got together.
Yeah.
That
They
was
became
why.
friends.
Mhm.
And just the amount of weight that they can take
Yeah.
from us
Yes.
in those moments, man. I don't know. I'm about to lose it. No, like it's
Well, after
Yeah.
you said, you've been married for 10 years. You and Gene have been married. What did you say? 12,
13.
13. Okay, I was thinking to say 12, so I was close.
Yep.
Gene and your wife, you walk through the door. They can tell.
yes.
Kids, give Dad some time.
Yeah.
Right. They, by now they know you. They can just tell by the way you walk through the door, by your face.
Yeah.
So they can stop it.
Yes.
But I started that because I was failing. because I would walk through the door, or I would go get him from the neighbors, and he would just dad, and I start snapping at him,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then I noticed
Yep.
he wasn't dadding me anymore,
Yeah.
I was having those issues too.
and I did not
Same.
want.
When
I
I
didn't want
first
that.
started.
You know what I mean? I wanted to hear from him, but I just needed a few minutes
Yeah.
Yeah.
to catch my breath, change my clothes,
And
get
it's
myself in.
it's so hard to communicate that to a child.
Yes, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, it was. I ain't gonna lie, it was tough because I didn't have somebody else there. He was actually my first supervisors who helped take care of Connor, got him off the bus for me, and all that stuff.
nice.
She started helping me. His wife, his wife started helping me, and would talk to him about that when he got older. But it's just not the same,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
because I was working, maintainers. We don't work Panamas, but we work 12 to 14 hour shifts every single day.
Yep.
They called them 8+4s. And my crew chief brain, all that
Hold on a
is,
second.
I've heard this.
all that is,
I've
heard
all
this.
that is 3 shifts of 12s, and you just overlap with the oncoming shift.
It doesn't sound as bad.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Holy
Yes.
shit,
Yes.
dude.
Oh, you never heard of 8+4s?
No.
Oh man, we were on 8+4s for 6 straight years.
That's the dumbest stuff I've ever
Yes.
heard in my life.
So 12s is 2 shifts, right?
I get
So
that.
8+4s is 3 8-hour shifts, but the oncoming shift supervisor tells the offgoing shift supervisor whether they get to go home or not. And there's always more to be done, right?
Yeah.
Brother.
So yes. So they're 12s that turn into 14s. No matter how you can slice it and dice it, you can put
That's
sprinkles
the
on
stupidest
it.
shit I ever heard in my life.
Yes.
It doesn't sound
Just
bad
call
when
it
you
12.
break it down.
Yeah, okay.
Just
You
call
gotta
it
think crew chief math, brother.
Well, yeah.
Crew
okay,
chief.
You guys are special.
Yes, we're special ed, right?
Oh, shit.
But no, and my supervisor obviously was a crew chief, so his wife knew, so she
Yeah.
would talk to Connor.
She
about
understood.
it. But no, I asked you that because I think that's really important, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit with the younger folks too. Like, man, you just got to figure out what works for you.
Yeah.
Some people you take off your boots, some people eat your blouse, some people whatever, right? You go out in the yard, you go out in the garage, whatever you got to do.
Yep. It bleeds, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's whatever you're doing for, like you said, 12 plus hours, it's going to bleed into whatever else you're doing. So you do what you got to do to decompress.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to, or you're going to see some side effects to not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I've
absolutely.
learned the hard way, and I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
you boys
yeah.
have too. So.
You've probably gotten better at that as
I have.
you've grown in your marriage and being a dad.
Yes.
You said your oldest was 8.
He's 8 years old.
Yeah. So you've been dad for 8 years. I'm sure when your oldest was 1 or 2, it probably wasn't as easy.
It was not. It was not. And
Not that's easy now.
No, I don't even think I was even in the military yet, and trying to navigate and figure out how to be a father was it was super difficult.
Yeah.
And then jumping right into the military after that.
And then getting Vance Air Force Base.
So then getting Vance Air Force Base.
And the shit that we went through there, man.
Yeah.
There was a lot there for a while.
There was a lot.
Kind of like our experience here at FE. That's what me and this man went through at Vance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a lot I didn't address and fix when it needed to be fixed.
Yeah.
And eventually, obviously, I fixed
Yes.
it, but it could have been figured out sooner.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
So
Yeah. So what was that like going off to boot camp as a husband and a dad?
woo, man.
A break.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I mean, maybe a little bit reality, but
Just hanging out with the bros, dude.
yeah,
Out with the bros, figuring life out, Man, it was a culture shock, just figuring things out. But I mean, again, it wasn't too difficult for me because I already had a more mature mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was, for me anyway. I can't speak for some of the others,
No,
but it was super easy to adapt and figure things out and do's and don'ts, and it was pretty easy.
Okay. It wasn't hard to keep your mind at boot camp.
No.
You had the wife-
So
Son at home.
initially it was, because my wife was pregnant and she was having our second son, and that kind of derailed me for a little bit.
Yeah.
But after, kind of managing it in my own mind, and then the first sergeant printing out the picture of my kid for me, it helped out so much. And like at that point, I already knew what I was.
Mhm.
Why am I doing this?
I have a purpose now.
Yep.
Because of this, like legitimately, not even to sound sappy, but it definitely helped.
Yeah.
And seeing some of these younger guys who were not as mature mindset, and honestly, a lot of them were breaking down.
Mm-hmm.
And I was over there looking at them like, "What's wrong with you? What's going on, buddy?"
Okay, yeah. Come on, man. This is easy.
Yeah,
What are you
it really wasn't that bad.
doing? No.
So it's like, just come here. You guys, you sign on the dotted line. You know what you know what you're supposed to be doing. Just do it.
Yep.
The sooner you do it, the sooner we're out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Dude, I was on Firewatch one night. Y'all remember that? Firewatch with the Lackland laser?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
So the Lackland laser, for y'all that
Made
don't
up
know,
Firewatch.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
Firewatch.
not necessary, but
Yeah.
they just do that.
They do that to get you into like a
Yeah,
shift
they do.
mentality.
Yeah, they do.
Mhm.
And the Lackland laser, for y'all that don't know, was this like crappy little dollar store flashlight with a yellow cone on it. Remember those?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I wish I had one.
You guys still had those, right?
I don't think we did.
Really?
I was gonna say I think they went away like 2010.
Are you
I
serious?
think they went away with that.
2012.
remember.
Because
Dude.
I could tell by his face he was like Lackland Laser. I could see
Lackland
that
laser.
he wasn't.
They just gave us
I
like
knew
a
what you-
list. So you're talking about like you're
Uh,
watching the door.
You're
For
up at
people
night,
coming-
fire
yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
Everybody's asleep. You do a
Mhm.
shift, and you're
Yeah.
just sitting there and you're studying your little booklet
Yep.
and making sure nobody walks in
Yep.
through the
Coming
door.
in or
You guys
coming
didn't have the
out.
Lackland lasers.
We didn't have those lasers. No.
It's so the
not
Lackland
a
laser.
laser.
All it is it's a shitty flashlight with a
Okay.
yellow, like you said, a yellow
A
cone,
cone.
that glowed,
Oh,
and
shit.
you would use it when you were marching or doing PT when it was dark, like early in the morning or at
Oh.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So
Somebody
they
would get
so
up
they
in the
could
middle of the
see
night and be
you.
like, "Hey, you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It
There-
became a
You're
laser because people would use it to point at you, or
Yeah.
like,
Right.
or to, like like a lot of people would use it underneath their covers. They were looking at pictures that somebody sent them, after hours, trying not to get caught.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. What kind of pictures?
Well,
we won't.
well, we
we're
won't
not
go
going to talk
into-
about that.
I mean, I think we can only imagine.
All right. But no, I remember one night I was
Santa
on-
Claus, pictures of Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
and the Easter Bunny. But no, I remember one night I was on Firewatch and I heard this noise coming from the bathroom,
Mhm.
and I'm like, "What's going on?" So I walk in, and there was a guy in there beating his forehead against a tile wall.
Oh my God,
my
Hayden! I thought you were
God.
going to say something else.
No, settle.
I thought he was
down.
going to say that too.
Settle down.
Because when you were
I
talking
thought I
about
was-
what pictures, and I was like,
Yeah.
you said beating, and you kind of paused.
I apologize to our viewers.
Oh Lord!
I'm working with two children right now.
Oh.
He was beating his head against the wall.
Right.
And he had split his forehead open. He was bleeding
Oh.
because he had lost it. Like you just said, those younger
Yeah.
guys, they lost it.
They just
And he was trying to, what's it called? Like a TBI. He was
Yeah.
trying to induce a TBI
so he can get
so
out.
he can get out.
Yeah.
I was like, buddy, there's other ways that you can do this. Like,
Yeah.
You can actually just ask to leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can. In boot camp, you're not. You are contracted, but not. Not
Exactly.
really. You can get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you never were there.
And this poor kid, man, he was not the most physically fit. You could tell he was living in his parents' basement before.
Yeah.
Very sheltered, very homeschool-y kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Just wasn't getting through it appropriately. He did graduate. He did finish. We actually, our whole team on basic, we picked him up basically like threw his arms over our shoulders and carried him through it, and he became a phenomenal airman at the end of it, which
Oh yeah.
I think is
nice.
fucking fantastic.
That's
But,
awesome.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget him beating his head against that wall and me being like, "Oh, buddy."
Yeah.
All I could think of was like Full Metal Jacket, that movie
Horror movie.
Yes. Yeah.
with I am in a world of shit. Dude.
You just turn around and just go back to your bunk.
Yep, like
Yeah.
Firewatch is done for me. I'm
what
going
in the
to
world?
bed.
Oh man.
But no, it's just crazy, man. And I look back at these moments. We talked about a couple of them the other night.
Yep.
Those moments like you don't think about too often, but they pop up. I'm sure you got a bunch of them too. Like we were talking, he's got a story where a hot air balloon was about to land on the base, and they're over there with loudspeakers.
I've got a hot air balloon story too at Barksdale, as a matter.
Shut up.
No, Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do it.
I mean, very similar. So there was actually a hot air balloon, and it crashed out on the east side of Barksdale, and it was coming through base, and everybody was talking about it. Was at the time I think they were saying it was the Russians,
Oh my goodness.
but it was just so. So there's a hot air balloon like festival in Shreveport. Okay,
We have those
and
We have
and,
those
and so there's I don't know, a ton of hot air balloons doing,
Yep.
and it was the week prior to the festival, because during like the week of the festival, seeing hot air balloons around is just it's normal.
Yeah.
It's every year, right? But it was the week prior to that week, and it was just some local guy in a hot air balloon and got out of control. I don't know much about hot air balloons, but got out of control and just floated.
Full panic.
Just float on base, and he crashes in the woods.
Holy crap.
He was okay. He didn't get hurt or anything.
Jeez.
But I remember, like, of course, all your folks, all the security forces guys, of course, they get out there.
Yeah, they have to.
They're
Yeah.
questioning the guy.
Dude,
and
I
all
told-
that. He was an older, like, retiree, not military retiree, just a retired guy.
First
in
off,
his late
if you're like
60s.
less than 30 in a hot air balloon, reevaluate your life.
You have no business.
Yeah,
being
like
there.
But I was telling him the other night, I was like, dude, I don't know anybody that has a hot air balloon story, and then you just completely debunked me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I've seen a couple of them crash just not on base. Them suckers, you couldn't catch me in a
dude.
hot air balloon. I've skydived. I've been shot at. I've fast roped out of helicopters.
Yeah.
I've fallen out of a helicopter twice that I can remember, actually.
You should
not do
I've been- helicopters.
I've been ejected out of Humvees. You couldn't get me in a hot air balloon
Moving 5 miles an hour.
because there's no control.
Yeah,
There isn't.
exactly.
It's
You,
all
you got
wind.
you got altitude control, but where the wind goes, can you imagine a hot air balloon in Wyoming in the wind out here?
Oh, bro, no,
you would end up in Kansas in about 3.2 seconds.
yeah,
probably.
Or somewhere out in Nebraska, one of these windstorms popped up out of nowhere, like
Gone.
they do.
forever.
That's why you don't see hot air balloons out here,
Yeah.
probably. I would imagine.
Yeah.
But no, they're kind of a thing in Louisiana, and yeah, like I've seen a couple of them crash.
Yeah, I remember
But this
him.
guy.
I remember him telling me this story. Go into it. You were on the speaker, right?
Man. So we get the hot air balloons all over the place in Colorado. It's just a thing that people do, and then every year they do festivals.
It's windy down there too. Though.
It's very windy.
Yeah,
down
I
there.
can't imagine I didn't know the hot air balloons were a thing in Colorado.
Yeah, they want. I'm trying to remember if it's every Memorial Day. They do a day where they do a hot air balloon festival. They get all the food trucks, and it's this whole huge thing.
Yeah.
And then I guess retirees as well. They like to inflate their hot air balloons, and then they like to fly around the sky and let the wind guide them wherever the hell it be.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Exactly.
Well, quite literally.
This one day,
Yeah.
there's a couple people in this hot air balloon, and the wind is not in their favor. Ends up over our damn base, and our radio's going off, and they're like, "Hey, there's a hot air balloon up there." Well, I better not land on the base, otherwise they're gonna end up on their face.
Yeah. And it landed on the base.
And it almost landed on our base. So we're following this hot air balloon all over the place, and they're like, they're out of control, man. And
Because there is no control in a hot air balloon.
I know.
There's no thrusters, there's no ailerons, there's no yoke. It's just up
Can't deal
down.
with it. I can't deal with it.
Exactly. And so we're over here on our loudspeakers. We're trying to coach them through, like, hey, try to land on the opposite side of the fence. And I understand. I'm like, they don't really have any control. What do you want them to do? At the end of the day, if the basket touched the base, they're on their face.
Yep.
So
Just how it goes,
It's just
yeah.
how it goes. And we end up probably on the borderline between the fence and the Colorado Springs Airport. And we're telling them, hey, just keep inflating the air balloon until you end up on the opposite side so we don't have to deal with you. And, eventually it worked out in their favor. So avoided a huge incident.
But still wild, right?
It was crazy, wild, and hilarious at the same time.
And
I couldn't keep a straight face.
The fact that he tells me the story was a couple days after it happened. I'm dying laughing on the phone. I'm like, Nick, that's unique for sure. We reminisced the other night talking about it, and then I didn't realize that you also had a hot air balloon. Its story, and now I'm thinking to myself, I missed out.
You don't have a hot air
I
balloon
don't have a hot air
story?
balloon story.
What the hell, Hayden? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
You got to be where the hot air balloons are.
Yeah, dude, it's funny to me.
It's hysterical. I'll never forget that day.
Yeah.
So how long you been a staff sergeant?
So I've been a staff sergeant for 3 plus years now.
Okay.
3+ years.
So you were eligible last year and this year? No, just
So last year.
Last year.
I just tested my second time.
okay.
This time
Okay.
around. Yeah.
Okay. So you'll find out when is tech come out?
Summer,
August, July.
August.
Dude, I don't know. I'm
So wait a minute,
retiring.
So
He let it all go. I
senior
want to say
came out,
August.
master comes out in so senior just came out March, April. Master comes out May, July. It'd be probably July by my math.
Yeah,
July.
summer.
Okay.
Frame.
So this is your second time testing.
This is my second.
Yeah, second time.
Based off of your first time and going into this one, how do you feel?
I felt like it was a little bit easier this time.
Yeah.
Honestly. Last year was just an absolute cluster. This year was a little bit more. I felt like it was a little easier.
Yeah.
This time, I think. So I don't know. We'll see.
Did you get a push?
I did not get pushed. It's very competitive where I'm at.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I felt a little bit more comfortable this year,
That's good.
regardless. So
Yeah, good deal.
At least you're still testing, man, and that puts a lot of control into
Yeah.
your hands. So
yeah.
So
you need to make tech. You need to make
no.
tech.
Yeah. But
Right.
being canine, how many airmen do you have?
So I had 2.
Okay.
We have a fairly big kennel. I had to. A lot of them made staff, which is great.
That's good.
They're all promoting, which is fantastic. I only have one right now, but they'll be out the door here soon enough.
Okay.
So right now it's just one. But also they made staff, so we're doing great. Honestly, This is probably the most successful kennel I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Screw you, dude.
Sorry.
You got one troop.
Had 2.
Oh,
You should have went canine.
I never had one or two. I had double figures.
I was gonna say
Golly.
I showed
yeah.
I showed up to Minot, and the day that I joined the flight chief hands me the recall roster. I had 13 troops. Immediately.
Well,
He's like,
Maintenance is like that. I kept 10 to 14 as
Yeah.
a staff
Yeah.
sergeant, just constantly.
oh, I can't.
Every now and then I dip down to like 7 or 8. You know.
I can't wait for you to be a flight chief.
he wants to launch one right at me.
yes.
So look, because the way it works is right. We try to take care of our own, and that's like the focus
Yeah.
right now. And
And
there's
that
not
makes-
that many of us.
No.
No, but
So-
it makes sense. I understand where you're coming
yeah.
from.
Well, I wasn't expecting you to say 8 or 10. I was
Yeah.
about to say a couple, just because the kennels aren't as big as a flight.
Yeah.
You know, flights 40, 50, 60, sometimes even more, depending on the base you're at.
Sometimes less. Like when we
Sometimes-
were at
well, yeah,
Vance, it was 6.
Mhm.
A flight
A flight of 6 people.
at where?
Vance.
Ants.
Oh, really? Vance
Oh,
is
yeah.
that small?
It was tiny.
Buddy.
Oh,
The
shit.
size
Okay.
of this house.
Yeah. Everybody knew when you freaking sneezed and took
Okay.
a dump in the bathroom.
That's not fun.
That's how small it was.
Yeah.
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 See, I think this base is small, and that's the reason why it struggles so
Yeah.
much. But Vance's, that's really small.
Really.
Dude, I walked in the guard mount the first time, and all these kids were standing in front of me. I was like, "Where is everybody?" They're like, this is it, Sergeant. All right, form up.
This is going to be nice.
We can't form up. We don't
can't.
have enough people.
No.
Oh,
Just,
all right, let's
just
make a circle.
Yeah.
Everybody mill around. Like,
circle up.
yeah,
You know,
Yep.
2 rows of 3.
yeah.
And so, okay, nice, man. Nice. So, how many bases have you been at? So I know you're at Buckley now.
So
Or no, not Buckley.
I'm at
Peterson.
Peterson, sorry, my bad.
good
Peterson.
old Pete now.
Yeah.
So first base was first base with this guy, and
Okay.
Pete's only my second base so far.
Okay. Okay.
So-
And then you said been deployed, what, 3 times?
2 times.
2 times? Okay.
Mm,
Yep.
Nice.
First with this guy, and then second as a handler.
Okay.
Yep.
Peterson's nice, man. I remember
It is nice.
we got orders to FE, and Gene and I decided I took some leave. We drove up here. We stayed with them, and then Nick and I piled in the car with the kids and drove up here to FE just to get a look at it.
Yeah.
And I remember talking with him. He's like, "Yeah, this base is okay. Peterson's okay." And then we get to FE up here, and he's like, Peterson's
actually
awesome.
good.
Fantastic.
Really good. Yeah.
Good. We got a
No, the base ain't the greatest, but I do love this area.
I do too.
I love
Absolutely.
this area. But I mean, we're all kind of in the same, area. Where
Mhm.
there's just so much to do.
There is.
There's so many things that like family stuff, outdoor
Yep.
stuff.
For sure.
Especially for you down in Colorado Springs. Like,
Oh yeah.
oh, the Springs is gorgeous, and there's so much more.
Well, the Garden of the Gods.
He goes every time.
Every time.
Yeah, yeah.
Every
you were
time
telling
we
me
come
about that.
down there,
Every single time.
Yeah, you
I
were
can't help it, dude. I
Yeah.
love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I know you and your wife get sick of it because every time we come down,
He's like, yeah.
yeah, I'm like, I want to go to the Garden of Gods, and
Yeah.
both of them are like, eh.
Yeah.
Again.
You got to go to Pikes Peak. I don't know if you've been up there yet.
I haven't.
You have to go up there.
I went to Pikes Peak last year with a couple buddies, and it is beautiful.
It's fantastic.
Oh,
Is it?
It's like something
yes.
like you've never seen out of a freaking movie.
Yes.
That's the mountain that you can see
All
from
the
your
way
backyard.
up top, like
Yeah.
the overlook. There's
Yeah.
like
It's
a little.
what's the altitude is like what, like 12? Hold on.
You could look this up. I'm not
I'm about to.
100% sure, but anywhere 11, 12,000. Don't quote me on
Where
it.
at?
Yeah, hold on.
It's up there.
I know. So we go to Centennial.
Mhm.
Damn, we should have brought you out there, man. But it's at one of the lookout that they have is
we
10,000.
were off.
Off.
Yep, 14,115 feet.
Double.
14,000 feet in the air.
Man,
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's thin.
Yes.
It is thin up there.
I've been up there and I was like
Yeah, yeah.
just taking
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so much more frequent breaths because
Yep.
you feel it.
Yes.
I swear you do,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
it will humble
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, oh man, I'm in pretty good shape. I can do this.
No, you're not.
And you walk,
You're
and you
going
walk
there.
like 200 yards. You're like,
Might as well be
"Oh
in
my
a freaking ventilator at that point.
Yeah, like, what in the hell is going on?
But the views are fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I get done with this trip, I'm driving my truck down to Mississippi.
Mm.
When I come back, Gene and I and the kids will come down and visit, and we'll do specifically for a Pikes Peak trip because
For sure.
if it's as special as you're saying, man, I need to experience that before
It's
I leave here.
It is very cool. It's something your eyes have never seen before, for sure.
We'll come
Yeah.
down and spend one more weekend with y'all if that's cool with you.
For sure.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Doors always
Locked
open.
in, Savannah.
Cool.
She's like, damn it. Damn
Hell
it.
yeah.
Nick, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
been a good time, huh?
This has been amazing.
I told you it was gonna be fun.
I love this.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
This is why we're like addicted to it, man. Like,
I love it.
Legitimately addicted to
yes,
this. Like,
yes. Like, I want to film like every day,
Yeah,
almost.
this
I
is
just want to
amazing.
do this all the time. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. So,
No, this is awesome. Being able to freaking bond with you boys and figuring out your different aspects of life is eye opener, and I really, really appreciate it.
so that's what it's all about. Like, I was really excited when Hayden was telling me that he wanted to bring you on
Yeah.
because you're a different perspective,
Mhm.
and he's told me a lot about you, but I've really enjoyed getting to know you today.
Yeah, man.
So I appreciate
Same-
that. I
same
look
for
forward
you
to
as well.
getting to know you over some beers and some good food here in a little bit.
Absolutely.
we're about to go smoke some venison, boys.
Oh boy,
It's about to go down.
and drink some beers.
Oh, we got a case in the free.
I was going to ask if I needed to go get some. I got a few here, so
We got Modelo's.
I got a whole
mean,
case of Modelo's too. If you
I got a little bit of whiskey. I could I could probably scrounge up a bottle or two.
bring it too.
Let's go.
So, well, man, I think we're going to wrap this up
Yeah, man.
because I know we got to go smoke some meat.
Yes.
And you guys got the families back at the house, but man, we appreciate you coming, brother.
Nick.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on.
Yeah,
brother,
we
for
loved it.
real.
Of course.
We loved it.
course.
So we're gonna wrap this up, guys. Y'all have a great week. Keep pouring good pours.
Like, share,
Yes.
subscribe. Please subscribe.
Smash that subscribe button and that like button, guys.
I mean, hit it
Please
like
help us.
17 times.
As
Subscribe,
many times-
unsubscribe, subscribe, unsubscribe.
Just hit it once because if you hit it more than once, it unsubscribes. Let's not complicate things, okay? But we appreciate y'all's support. We are growing every week.
Mhm.
We are growing every
Thanks
week.
to y'all.
25,000 total views. Over 25,000 total views across all of our social media
That's amazing.
and YouTube, Spotify, all that. So,
Holy shit.
heart, love you guys. So much fun. We love doing this, and we're going to keep doing it. We're out.
Take care, y'all.